Look, Nature Boy don't have the type of game that the OG code leaders have. The OG code leaders got their members on lock, got their mind in a vice grip. The real diehard code leaders, they members are willing to die for what they believe in. Jim Jones and this other group, this group that you're about to hear, they were happy to die for their code. They were looking forward to die. Matter of fact, they all committed suicide shortly after filming this, and they considered living suicide. So Nature Boy need to step his game up.
I've been in the class since 1975. I guess it's about a little over 21 years. And there's not much I really have to say, except I just wanted the people who are watching this to know that this is something that I have been thinking about, and this is something I'm doing on my own free will, and nobody is really, forcing me to do this. It's something that I know deep inside is right for me, and I feel like that's important. The next level gives everybody their rights. They're very rights conscious, and they give them the freedom to do whatever they want. And I feel this is part of the freedom that they have given us, and the choice they have given us. And I am very excited about going. I can hardly wait, and I'm ready to go.
How long have you been in the class?
I've been in the class, it will be 6 months Sunday. I think I may be the last one up to this point to have come to be with T and Doe at this time. I'm very happy to be here.
Do you have any thoughts about this, what's next for us?
The only thoughts that I have is the preparation that I've made to separate from the vehicle. Leave it all behind. There's nothing here for me. I want to look forward, keep my eye on T and Doe. That's my path.
Anything further?
I didn't know if it would be appropriate if I did a little explaining of my name, since part of, because my name I got from my older member. I originally had the name of Omega, and because when we first joined the class, in the very beginning, you try to separate yourself from the vehicle, and so you take another name so you're not being called by what the vehicle is called. My first name was Omega, and then I switched it to Ann because Omega seemed a little too highfalutin. But when we got the Odie names, then I became Annie Odie. But I spent a few years from like 1988 to 1994 away from the class. I spent it because I felt that I'd been taking the class for granted, and if I was put out in a world circumstance, then I would grow to appreciate what I had more. It was kind of a silly gamble because the class could have left, but they did it, and I was able to come back in. And at that time, my older member changed my name from Annie Odie to Anil Odie, because anneal is a word for a process used to strengthen steel. And so I was really glad that Dad left before I came back.
I was overcome thinking, wanting to see the vehicle's family and things like that, and didn't leave a note or anything because I knew who my real family was, but I just had a feeling I needed to go back out into the world, per se, to see what it was like and to see what might be there. But I knew in my heart I'd always reconnect and always be back. And I didn't know how it was going to transpire, but it just seems like I had instructions to leave at the time. I didn't understand at the time. I'm just so happy to be back. I was rescued not long ago.
Well, we were all happy to see you come back. We know what a struggle it was being out there. But I think I can speak for everyone else in the class that we've been especially impressed with Don Woody's positive attitude and willingness to help with everything that needed to happen. And Lodi, too.
Well, I, for one, am very much aware of the limitations now of this human vehicle that I have, and I'm anxious to be of more service to the next level without it. And so,
We have Destody with us. And Destody, how long have you been in this classroom circumstance?
Since March of '76, that'd be 21 years.
Okay. And so you met Tien Do at that time, or did you attend a meeting? How did you find out about them?
Well, that's a long story, but suffice to say that when I heard the information, I was overwhelmed. I individually searched for Tien Do because I didn't make a meeting. And after about a month, I found him, and I've been with him ever since. Boy, that opens up a big door. You've probably heard from everyone, quite a few people before me, and they've all expressed what the class has meant to them and what they've learned in the class. But it's hard to express in human language what we know or what we feel from what we've learned in the classroom, and I'm no exception. I'm having a very difficult time. And I'll try to express exactly what I feel. Tien Do were two individuals that were known to, or were said to have come from the next level with information for humans on how to get out of this kingdom level into their kingdom level. Overwhelmed was a word that I use to express what went on with my psychic, with my physical body, with everything, just hearing that. It's something that I felt very close to, very dear to, and very important, and it answered a lot of things that I was asking consciously and subconsciously, which were things like, what's next for me? What is life about? Why am I here? What is the meaning of life? Since I've been in the class, I've learned the answers to all of those. And my older members, Tien Do, which are members from the next level, have been the best teachers to give that information.
To be here and let you know that what we're about to do is certainly nothing to think negatively about. We're all choosing of our own free will, go to the next level with Tien Do.
that's right.
And they are certainly not what the media is going to paint them out to be. I never got to meet T in this incarnation in her human vehicle, but I can tell you that Do is the most special, dignified, unhuman, objective person that you can ever meet.
That's right.
He has helped us so much and put up with so much and never done anything that seemed even close to the way a human would respond. And I guess that's really all I want to say.
That sounded pretty good.
Okay. And Wakenodi, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes. I think I feel just like Arasodi does. And if people would just know that we're not forced into this in any way, it's, our own choosing to do it. And I'm really happy that I made this choice, because there was a lot of things kind of working against me not to, I'm sure. I know there was people in the world who thought that I had completely lost my marbles. They're not right.
I couldn't have made a better choice, and I think I need to every day thank T&O and the Next Level for even letting me be here, because they don't need anybody. Just I could say a lot more too, but for some reason we always get kind of emotional when we start trying to convey our true feelings, because we know, I think, that the media is going to just whatever. They're not going to present it the way we would like to be presented. Anyway, I wish you could all be here. I wish you were as lucky and fortunate as we are, I guess.
And we're looking forward to meeting T real soon in her next level vehicle. And us in our next level vehicle.
And what Arsodi said about Doe is just so right. I don't think any of us could be more happy.
Okay.
That's all we got to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, we have Bran Odie and Sam Odie with us now. And how long have the two of you been in this classroom? Because we can take Bran Odie first.
I've been in the classroom since January of '76. I was very fortunate to be able to spend some time with T&O before I came into the class. And I had a brief period of about 6 years that I was on a special task outside of the class because of having the vehicle that I am wearing and learning how to be completely independent with this vehicle and in a circumstance outside the class. And I think the thing that I would like to say about that is that I learned the value so much of what this class teaches and who I was and who my teachers are, that during that 6 years while I was outside of the class, I followed every procedure and instruction in the little apartment circumstance that I had, and every one of them proved more valuable to me than you can imagine. And that's what I'd really like to say. And then when I was able to rejoin the class, of course, that was a great, joyous day for me.
Okay. Sam Odie?
Well, I'd like to let people know that out there that this is the only thing that I can do. And when I came in 76 January, I hadn't met T&O before then, but I heard about them. And when I heard about them, I knew that they were what I was looking for, and I had been searching for years and years for it. Why was I even here? What was I doing here? And then I met T&O, and I knew that they were my older members. And I had to come with them because I knew that this is what I had to do. They're all there is, and this place is just like a hologram. It's a training ground for individuals that come from the next level to inherit another vehicle, a more refined vehicle, and that's what my task is, to work on my control and my restraint and learn the ways of the next level. And my teachers are here to teach me that, and I'm thankful that they came here to this hideous place to do that.
So, this is why you should never join a cult. Do not join a cult, because they're going to have you do something that may cost you your life for what you believe in, and you're going to kill yourself or harm yourself for something totally backwards.